That's why I just want to check right there.
Second row we've got 94. That's some of the bottom of it, this one. Then we've got that. Then we've got 112 and the grouping. And I think that's 77 for 1,500 That's it. That completes row 2. Row 3 at the moment we've just got 62 James Window. And the first row we've got 41. I think that's going to be really well. 171 goes with that one. So he's getting his fast on the good at the moment. Right, the 2 minutes away from the start now. Alright, so 2 minutes. So we'll take steps again, the markers. I've got a lovely cold pot of water coming out, so we'll take it all back to heavy.
Who won the last race?
Sorry.
91 days.
So very good noise. Second step, 158 down Stevens. Third step, 176 at the moment, increasing that front rate is 41.9 margin 40. First step currently looking, we're on 2 hold. So whole board is gone off. That means anything that happens at that 2-minute point, there was a rule that says anybody comes out after the 2-minute board, they forfeit their right to their position in the grid. So that 2-minute rule now is forced. Everybody coming out now, then back to the paper. So coming back to the Formula 3, second row, 5 miles, 143. Again, one of the main organisers for this event. And what's having is 133 mil vacuums. So that's our Formula 3s at the moment. The Formula 35, 202 is Axel, Cold Shipper, that's our 201, Revolution, and then third spot is 2, make sure I get another right person, and that is the local Brooklyn. been going out as 191, I've now got it worked out. It's now coming out as 171, and I'll say the water. So what will happen with this particular race, so we start the Formula 3 first, there'll be a short delay, and then the Formula 35 will go. Well, that's generally what happens. Quite a short course, so the track between the two starts may be quite short. Again, 12 laps.
What do they say?
They may have been some of the judging on there, but just got out of the way.
Not even with a handbrake. So what? That's a lot. She's got an even harder job than anyone else does. If anybody, you know, who's got the official of the weekend, or anyone deserves it. Yeah? No. You want to race, yeah? Yeah. 35 level.
Whilst we're basking in the sunshine this afternoon, it's quite incredible, but contrasting the weather from the outside, the roads are looking intense and ankles like that, it's quite amazing. It's 6 or 100, but there's one shooting going in hot. The ground here is soaked up a creek and it's very prone to walk on, so rather nice. So don't forget to get those brews up this afternoon. So we've got the bar open over there. And this is our pre-van.
Sorry. Did I put it out completely? Oh, it's just the logistics.
Alright, here we go. We're back in 2 minutes. So 2 minutes away from the start now.
Very comfortable. Clear out. Back again. From here.
Oh, yeah, that's what we can do. We'll back to the pick up the stuff over there. Try and restart that engine. We're going to touch about on the train. Okay, that's the TV output that we bring out to the internet around the world. On the 1 minute build now, this I know we've got the only road, so I know that pin is sorted, situated in that. Very good. Right? So that's on the other board. The kind of start with that, it's going to be one side, the road is, the kind of start is going the right afterwards. Drops down there first into that dip, but it is Philip Tassel that gets the tighter line. It's Philip Tassel that goes through first at 206, no Sugar's 201, so 201's only, go back up in second, there goes 206, Rachel Beagle. Right, back to the left three, so going through the line now. Third spot is 176, 303. Spot. He was in fourth. Right, the F35s, the third place F35 206 has now been passed by the leader 143. Francis Morales has stopped on track just past me. The engine suddenly died. So Francis Morales 143, the cart is in the middle of the track at the moment and the drivers are coming over there fairly blind. So now reliant on the marshals to indicate where to actually go. The F35's come through, 202 Philip Tassel is still in first spot, 201 Zoe Deacon still tucked in there in second, then a bit of a gap to third spot, Rachel Gifford 206. Right, Francis Morales 143, that craft now being dragged out of the way, so the track is now clear again. Now, to the two hot favourites, Phil Hall 142 and Francis Morales 143, both out. That leads now 176 Ian Finch. Comes through in first spot. Now they'll try and pick out who's in second. That's for the F3s. I think that could be 171 David Osher. Just coming
chances now. And then third, I think it's going to be 158 Darren Stevens, who's being challenged by 149 Nigel Walton. The battle for the lead in F Formula 35, 202 Philip Castro still holding on to that first spot, but Zoe Deacon 201 there tucked in behind, just waiting for the right moment to make a move for that lead position. Third is still Rachel Gifford 206, she's dropped back. So Nigel Walton 149's got past Darren Stevens in 158. So I think that makes him third spot now. And fourth is 158 Darren Stevens. Right, here comes that battle for the F35 lead. It's still going on between Phil Tassel 202, 201 Zoe Deacon. Oh, Nigel Walton swings wide just before the drop on the water, and Darren Stevens moves back up into third spot again in number 158. Well, Phil Hall, engine fired up, so he's coming back to the side. Going on as far as I can see, and that is the battle for the lead in the Formula 35s. It's still Philip Tanshaw 202 that's leading, with 201 Zoe Deacon there in second spot. And still dropping back in third spot is 206 Rachel Gifford. Sorry, the F3s. Well, that battle's still got over for that lead in the F35s. Castle 202 still holding the line, and not managed to 201 we're approaching now by the lead of the 23, that's 176 Ian Finch. The all green cars there. He's tapping the side of his car. He's very happy, but he's still got one more left to go. That happened for the lead in the F35. It's still on. Fantastic 202. Looks like he's going to try and dive through on the inside of Darren Stevenson. 158. It could have get a bit close, so he did go close, but not close enough to make the challenge. Just behind him, the leader, 176 in finishing the F3, so these two F35s are going to have to do another lap. So it's not over for the F35s yet. They both look round for the leader of the overall race, and that is Europe's 176. Takes the win in Formula 3. So the F35s, still one more lap to go. Rachel Goodman somewhere back now in third, 206 F35s. Again, the two F35s stuck behind 158. Darren Stevens was to go round the marker, boys. Zoe Deacon's so close. Has to tuck back in again behind Philip Tassel as they drop onto the land. And they're behind him, 458. Darren Stevens coming through, I believe, in second spot. He's 171. David Otter just coming through the line now. So, Formula 1. Unlimited capacity. They will be going off that line very rapidly, and so they're generally about 7 or 8 off the line, most road cars. Right, we've gone to 2 and hold. Just give me a moment to run through the grid. Pole 6 for the race, number 1 Dan Turnbull, number 1 UK for a good number of years now. Alongside number 7, Darren Wallace. First spot, we've got 6, Simon Marley. Completing that place by the 4th spot, number 5, Eddie Rhodes. We've now got 2 access left. I gather the public page is still there, so public page will have that page on Facebook. Have a look at that. Now, obviously, we do race up and down the country at various venues. Up north, we've done Allerton Park, our next race meeting is at Portugal Race Course. It's the same place on the Silver Coast racetrack. All the time will be down at Corey down near Southampton. We did that up and down the country, the European Singles there. We'll have one around the UK. Also one round in France. Coming on from here, I've never heard of a car racing before. We've been going for a good number of years. Next year we'll be celebrating 50 years. So we've got a team of actors here, we've got scrutineers, we've got the marshals. The media team will start pushing out a lot of things around the world. Hello, I'm Allerton. I hope you're enjoying the feed that we're putting out to you. I have the thumbs up, so it sounds that you're actually listening to it. For those of you around the world that are watching, just to give you an update, the RV Home schedule will soon be out there. First operation, starting an hour later than we're going to do. So if you come in and wonder where we are in the program, that's where we are. We're
deal with open roads with roads. Then you can see that it's coming out here, and he's looking from the other side of the coast this time, but because he's not here, the electronic drawing is not active, so the drawing system reversing back to what we've done on the system. There's only putting it into a computer, and then we've got another tool of that for doing the manual stuff. Now, because the number of rats coming around like rapidly, might be that there will also be full-time rolling up now.
Find out the address, and then it's the contact, the Twitter page, right here.
I've just had an update on social media capabilities, and currently we have a Twitter account now. That's not in specific, so if you're interested, there is a Twitter page which, if you go to the main website or Facebook page, then you should pick up the how to get a Twitter for the website. Driving around, so maybe something that I can put out at the start of my site and you can see there as they get onto the water. The rock wall you can actually see it from here now, but the drop onto the water is quite tight. The rock is drop on between two trees, and it's as you go past me, you've got down the steps that straight down the trees and come between two trees not onto the water. So that's quite slow there. Maybe sitting down the left corner. Work on the passenger conveyor, so I'm happy that one of the drivers has wiped out the passenger.
Simon Lama, number 6, into second. That looks like a thrust engine problem. Right, so the last lap board goes out for the leader. Number 1, Dan Turnbull. 1 lap to go now. Coming through in second spot, number 6, Simon Larman, but a lap down. Third spot is number 5, Keith Rhodes. There we go, that's our winner in F1, Dan Turnbull. Second spot goes to number 6, Simon Larman. And third spot will go to number 5, Keith Rhodes. Fourth will go to Darren Wallace, number 7. So our next group already formed up on the grid. And the next group up is Formula 2, up to 600cc 2 stroke, 700cc 4 stroke, and we do have a mix for this particular group. You will see some craft out that have been out in the Formula 50 race. They also qualified for this Formula 2 race. So we got in pole position, number 68, Justin Baines. Second spot is 32, Dave Colford. Third spot is number 79, George Barnes. Then we got 100, John Scoot. Fourth spot, Kevin Eastwood. Second row, we got number 45, Chris Moore.
He's the first of the 4 strokes. He's got a 4-stroke success. That's an engine, 2 strokes. So looks there. Then we've got a scrap. Then we've got 62, James Lindbergh. And then completing that second row, number 50, Terry Galway, also running a 4-stroke. Watch out for number 50. If you're looking to get up the road.
He's had some time out this season. He's a former world and UK champion. Third row is number 127, Simon. Then we've got alongside him, and I can't see the number, and that's another 4-stroke Harold Craft, and that's number 89. Alongside him is number 52, Conrad Beale. So 12 craft on this grid.
That 2 minute walk to become a 10:30 swing. There we go, 2 minutes away from the start line. 2 minutes. I think this is our biggest grid so far today. Here we go. And we're away. Oh,
Oh, number 100, John Scriven left on the line. And we got contact between 62 and 45 and 45. Chris Moore is out of the craft. And the leader at the moment is 32, Dave Palfrey, being chased by number 50, Tony Goldney. Then I think picking up the rear is number 69. And that's Steve Milligan. And we still got James Lindburn stuck on the grid. Chris Moore is still there, and 100 John Scriven. Right, so Kevin Eastwood still the leader, number 92 at the moment, but he is now being chased by number 50 Tony Goldney, and then Justin Bain 68 has made it up in a third spot. He'll be looking to challenge those front runners, I think, fairly soon. Fourth is 127 Simon Francis, then 79 George Barnes. Then we've got a battle going on between 32 Dave Palfrey and 52 Conrad Beale. And that is for 6th spot, I think. Right, here's the battle for the lead. And it is a battle, they bump skirts. Kevin Eastwood, 92 and 50. Tony Goldney getting locked together there as they went through the line. That's allowed Justin Baines to sneak through. No, Kevin Eastwood, 92, was holding his position. But Tony Goldney was trying to get through on the inside. On the inside, they got locked together, and the race is red. So the race has been stopped. Kevin Eastwood at the moment out of the craft. The craft made contact with the straw bale in front of the tree. That will be a rerun. So Kevin Eastwood, number 92, trying to defend his position as they came through the line with Tony Goldney. The two of them just got locked side by side and they ended up running towards that tree. Fortunately, Tony Goldney managed to break free, but it left Kevin Eastwood, number 92, nowhere really to go. So all the cars stopped on the track now. Medics are down there. So what will happen is once the marshals give the all clear for the craft to come back to the paddock, they will return. And I can see Kevin Eastwood sitting up, so that's always a good sign. The next can confirm that that is a rerun. Right, so it looks as though that incident is being cleared fairly quickly. Just trying to look for the driver. Probably a quick assessment by the craft is already on the trailer. I got a sneak suspicion, I don't think there's any damage. Will be a rerun. And that'll be directly after this. So our next group coming up now is the juniors, aged 11, 16 years of age, and they are restricted in what they can run. As a general guide, it's the Formula 3 specification craft or the Formula 35s, and in certain circumstances the Formula 50 craft is also allowed. Pole sitter for the race. is number 16, Adam Turnbull. Second spot is 108, Catherine Stevens. Now we will have a few brother-sister combinations here. As they start to appear, I'll let you know who they are. We've got Catherine Stevens, I mentioned number 108. She's got her brother Jonathan Stevens in 158 on the second row there. Number 3, Abby Bill, just dropping into the front row in 4th spot. We'll have her brother Callum Bill coming out fairly shortly. He's just waiting for his craft to come back because Dad Conrad Bill has just been out in that F2 race. So a quick splash and dash in the paddock exit there. Coming onto the front row in 5th spot is 176, Leah Clark. Second row we got 151, Kian Olner. And 100, Izzy Crane. Now that number 100 craft was on the grid for that Formula 2 race, didn't make it off the lines, so looks as though they've resolved whatever problem it was. So here comes Callum Bill, number 2, and I think he's going to be dropping into the front row in 3rd spot. So brother and sister alongside each other there. Hopefully they've got a game plan that they're not going to try and wipe each other out on that first turn. So there we go. Callum Bill completing that front row in number 2 there. Just to make some connections, we got number 16, Adam Turnbull. The pole sitter there is the son of Dan Turnbull, number 1 in Formula 1. Also on that front row, 176, Leah Clark. Her dad's Ian Finch in Formula 3. Second row we got 158, that's Jonathan Stevens. His dad will be out in that in Formula 3, same craft. And 100, Izzy Crane, that craft will be in Formula 2 with John Scriven, and same craft with 106, I think, if I've got it right, Sarah Gill. Whilst we're waiting for the start of this race, just to give you a rundown. If you've come to watch the hovercraft racing here this afternoon, we did start late in the programme. This is the first time we've been to this particular venue, so a few things needed sorting out before we could get the practice sessions underway this morning, so that delayed our start of the first race. So we were pretty much an hour down on our programme. So if you've got a programme with you, we're still in that first block of racing, and this is the junior race. Now Right, here we go. 2 minutes away from the start now. This junior race. So junior's doing exactly the same. And we're 1 minute away from the start now. 1 minute. Away. That was on the flag this time, not the lights. First down is 16, 2, 3, 108, 176, 151, 158, then 100. So, the leader is now number 2, Callum Beale. Second spot, Adam Turnbull, number 16, and it looks as though number 3, Abby Bill's going to sweep up in his second spot. No, it's Adam Turnbull, number 16, that holds on to that second. Abby swinging wide, letting Adam back through. Fourth is 176, Leah Clark. Then it's 158, Darren Stevens. So as they come through the line, it's number 2. Callum Beale, followed by 16, Adam Turnbull. Third is number 3, Abby Beale. Then 176, Leah Clark. Then Jonathan Stevens, 158. And then way back, just coming through the line now, is 151, Kian Olner, and 100, Izzy Crane. And again, Abby Bill challenging for that second spot. Has she made it stick? No, she hasn't. Adam Turnbull still holding on to that second by a whisker as they come round. Callum Beale, number 2, still holding on to that first spot. Oh, side by side, Adam Turnbull, Abby Beale. She's going to make it stick. They come across the line absolutely side by side. Adam Turnbull's not letting it go, but Abby Beale, number 3, has now got through. She's got the inside line, so Abby Beale, number 3, up into his second spot now. Adam Turnbull, number 16, drops to third. Fourth is 176, Leah Clark, then 158, Jonathan Stevens. Oh, Catherine Stevens, 108, with her hand up. She's returning back to the paddock. So I think that's 3 laps gone now. Leader goes through, still Callum Beale, Abby Beale, number 3 in second, Adam Turnbull, number 16, they're still in touch in that third spot. And then we've got a bit of a gap to fourth, 176 Leah Clark, then 158 Jonathan Stevens. And the leaders now are starting to get in amongst the back markers. Izzy Crane is one of those that's just been passed by 3 of the front runners. He moves to one side and lets them through. looking at there's two real battles going on. One is for second spot between Abbey Beale number 3 and 16 Adam Turnbull. Although he's lost that second spot, Adam Turnbull's still there in third. Within striking distance. I'm then looking back at the battle that's going on between 176 Leah Clark and 158 Jonathan Stevens. That's a battle that's going on for, I think, 5th spot. I think that's 5 laps gone. Well, the leader now weighing clear, just coming through the line now, the all yellow calf, number 2, Callum Bill, is now with a comfy lead. I think that's 6 laps gone. Well, this battle for second is still on. Abbey Beale, number 3, having got past Adam Turnbull, number 16. I thought she was going to pull away and open that gap up, but no, it's not over yet. Adam Turnbull, number 16, still trying to fight back and regain that second spot. 4th is 176 Leah Clark, and 5th is 158 Jonathan Stevens. And the leader goes through, that's 7 laps gone now. Here's the battle for second. Oh, Adam Turnbull trying to get a low profile there, trying to get alongside, almost making it. He is now alongside, but Abbey Beale, number 3, on the inside line. And she holds on to that second spot. 4th, 176 Leah Clark is not that far behind. And Adam Turnbull, 16, has made the pass and got past Abbey Beale, number 3. So she drops to 3rd. Now, Izzy Crane with a problem out of the water there. Now, whether that's going to play a part in the battle for that second spot, no, it doesn't. Adam Turnbull still comes through in second, number 16, followed by 3, Abbey Beale in third. And Leah Clark, 176, looks as though she's closing that gap down to Abbey Beale, number 3, who's in third. Jonathan Stevens, 158, dropping back very slightly. Well, I've lost the number of laps. It's either 8 or 9, I think. The leader's just gone through. It's a clear leader. Number 2, Callum Bill, is about half a lap now up on second spot. Adam Turnbull, number 16. Well, I'm not sure whether Abby's got a problem. She's dropped back. Bill, number 3. Leah Clark, pace seems to have gone out of that craft, and Leah Clark, 176, really closing that gap down now. So it could be a challenge for that third spot coming up fairly shortly. Well, the leader weighing clear round that turn, dropped onto the water. Still Callum Bill, number 2. Second just coming through the line, half a lap down I would suspect. Number 16, Adam Turnbull, and here is third spot, number 3, Abbey Beale. with 176 Leah Clark. Very much in contention there, looking for that third spot. The last lap board is being prepared, so next time through for the leader. Here he comes, number 2, Callum Beale. The last lap board is up. Here we go, 1 lap now. Well, second goes through, so Adam Turnbull 16, third is 3, Abby Bill, fourth is 176 Leah Clark. Oh, Izzy Crane there, just getting a touch from Adam Turnbull, number 16, as they dropped onto the water. That shot her off into the trees. Looks as though she's okay. The leader takes the checkered flag. That is number 2, Callum Beale, takes the win. Well, having fought back to second spot, it is Adam Turnbull that takes that second. Third goes to Abby Bill, number 3. Fourth goes to 176 Leah Clark. We're all very tight there for second, third and fourth. Fifth will go to 158 Jonathan Stevens. And then I think 6th will go to Kian Olner, and 7th goes to 100 Izzy Crane. Right, so that's our juniors finished. We now go back to the rerun of the Formula 2 race. And I'm just looking down to see if Kevin Eastwood is going to be back out. He's not appeared at the moment. I'm getting a shake of the head. Kevin Eastwood, unfortunately, not out for this rerun. So the grid as we see it now says a complete rerun, full number of laps, 12 laps. Third spot is number 79, and that is George Barnes. And completing that front row now is 100 John Scriven, 92 Kevin Eastwood, not making it back out for the rerun. He was the cause of red flag, so not quite sure whether it's a driver problem or craft. It appears that driver's okay, but the craft isn't, so hopefully we'll see him out later in the day. So second row, we've got 45 Chris Morse, then we've got 62 James Lindburn, and then 50 Tony Goldney. So we've got a mix of 4 strokes and 2 strokes here. 45 and 50 both running 4 strokes, all the rest 2 strokes. Third row is 127 Sam Francis, and alongside 69 Steve Milligan, and we've gone on to 2 and hold. So just to reiterate, this is a rerun of the Formula 2 race. We've still got one more race to come up after this before we go to a break, although looking at the time that break may not happen. I'll get an update after the actual open race has happened. So it looks like the hold at the moment is for number 100, Izzy Crane. They've managed to get their pointing in the right direction and away from the trees. So I think once she's cleared, then we'll get this rerun underway. Right, here's it's actually quite a good opportunity now for those members of the public that are watching number 100 there. It's this phenomenon that we call hump. It's where a craft, what's happened here is that Izzy has stopped on the water, the back skirt segments are filled with water, and basically she's got to drain those segments, and the ideal situation is gets a part pen, then pops up, and then she can get back over hump. So at the moment she's creating a depression in the water, and actually sitting in the water, as it were, with the hull. And what she needs to do is get that water out, and then that will allow her to pick up a bit of speed, and then she'll go from making a depression in the water and a bow wave to actually getting on top of the water and just skimming across the top. But it doesn't look as though she's managed to clear that back skirt, and may be clogged up with green algae, which is not going to help her at all. So very sensibly just part power now. I'll probably get her to the bank and pull her out. That is now probably the easiest option. That one in one hit.
Yeah. 8 till 5:30 instead of 1.
A few years ago, I would ride the thing.
Right, so go ahead.
Right, well I've just had a quick update. There is going to be no break. Time is escaping us at the moment, so we're going to be running straight through. So no break this afternoon, unfortunately. After this rerun of Formula 2, we'll be going into the open race, and then we'll be starting the second block of racing. Well, just to confirm, there will be no break this afternoon. Time is slipping away, so we're going to run through. So unfortunately, we are not going to be allowed members of the public into the paddock area this afternoon, due to a late start this morning. This is a new site for us, so a few glitches throughout this morning, which meant we had to start late. And now we've had a few red flags, so that's knocked us back as well. So no break this afternoon, we're going to run straight through. So obviously the beer tent's at the back there. I see a few people wandering around with their points, so that's an opportunity to go and refresh there, and obviously the ice cream van. If you go over towards the paddock, there's the burger van over there as well. Well, there's Ukraine 100 back to the paddock now. Right, here we go. We're back on the 2 minutes award. So 2 minutes away from the start now. Eastwood, due to that incident in the first attempt at this race. Looks as though it's craft damage. Hopefully not major, and we will hopefully see him out later this afternoon. Here we go, 1 minute away from the start now. 1 minute. Here we go, we're on the flag and we're away. Oh, it's Dave Palfrey 32 that got away first, but Justin Baines has hauled him in straight away. But Tony Goldney around the outside has dropped into third place in that number 50 craft. So as they exit the land onto the water, it's 32 Dave Palfrey, 68 Justin Baines, 50 Tony Goldney, 79 George Barnes, 45 Chris Moore, 62 James Lindbergh, 100 John Scriven, 127 Simon Francis, then 69 Steve Milligan. Simon Francis, I'm not sure whether he's on the pace at the moment, seems to be going very slow. So as they come through, it is at the moment Justin Baines 68, being chased by Tony Goldie number 50. Third is now 79 George Barnes, then it is James Lindburn 62, then 45 Chris Moore, then 100 John Scriven. As the two leaders come back up the lake, it is still Justin Baines 68, still being chased by 50 Tony Goldney. So this is the battle between the two-stroke and the four-stroke, and it looks like the four-stroke is going to come out the leader at the moment. It is Tony Goldney, number 50, that moves up into the lead. Dave Palfrey, number 32, who was in with the front runners, has suddenly reappeared on the track, so I'm not sure what position he's in now. So as they run through the line, it is Tony Goldney, number 50 first, 68 Justin Baines in second, George Barnes 79 in third, then fourth, I think maybe 32 Dave Palfrey. Fifth is 62 James Lindburn, and then 45 Chris Moore, then 100 John Scriven, then Simon So Tony Goldie, number 50, exits the water, now opening up the gap on 68 Justin Baines, who exits the water now. He's in second, and he's opened up the gap to third spot, 79 George Barnes, then fourth spot coming out of the water now, 32 Dave Palfrey. So Tony Goldney goes through and passes 127 Simon Francis and James Lindburn 62, puts them a lap down. Oh, Tony Goldney. Oh, got a bit of a pop there as the four-stroke went past. Well, Tony Goldney, number 50, the leader, just passing soon, I think. The other four-stroke in this race, number 45, Chris Moore, who's now going a lap down on the leader. Second, just coming out of the water, is 68, Justin Baines in second. George Barnes, 79. Well, I'm not quite sure what happened. They came out of the hairpin turn and suddenly swung well wide. And I think that may have dropped him a place behind Dave Palfrey, number 32. Oh, leader comes through, number 50, Tony Goldney, away and clear. Very busy all the way around the track. Second spot coming through now, 68, Justin Baines. With all this traffic, it's making it difficult for drivers to make the passing manoeuvre, and 62, James Lindburn, running up the water there with his hand up in the air, so it looks as though James Lindburn, 62, with a problem. Third spot, I think, is Dave Palfrey, number 32, just dropping onto the water, and the race on his tails, number 50, Tony Goldney. Well, the wind really picking up. The last lap board is ready for the leader. Here he comes, number 50, Tony Goldney, takes the last lap board. We've lost James Lindburn, 62. He's floating out in the water there. I can see beyond the trees just before they transition onto the land. The wind really picking up now. And the leader cruising to the line now. Takes the win, number 50, Tony Goldney. Coming through in second, number 68, Justin Baines. Oh, looking back for third. I think third is coming through the line now, 32, Dave Palfrey. So that's certainly our top three. As for the rest, I'm not sure quite sure what order they came through on. So the next race up is going to be the open race now. There might be a small delay because some of these craft that have just been out may well be going out into this open race, so might be a small delay before we get this next race underway, but it should only be a few minutes.
keep looking at that. Full fails on the second line.
So our next race up is the Open Formula race. Open to all the main formulas, apart from the juniors and novices. So if you think it's the formulas out there, still not there, especially on a short course like this. So already on the good route, we've got upload S02 on the 35 with Tesla. Right, we go on to 2 and hold. Alongside it is number 80. And I think that's John Wigan this time. With the same combination. That's the Formula 50 car. Second row we've got 176 each. With a Formula 3. Alongside it is number 95, Darren Park in the Formula 50. So carrying on the second row, but facing completely the wrong way, that's 49 moving allowance in the Formula 50. And on the back row, at the moment, we've got 94. Formula 5 is Formula 50. Alongside it is number 10, 2 days in a Formula 1. Then we've got 149, now progressing in Formula 2. And in fact, the 127 is currently coming out of the grid, that's what Formula 2. So just to take you with the programme where we are, we did start late this morning and we went through the break after that first preparation. So we now, after this race, we'll enter the second preparation straight away. And we're going to go into the second preparation straight away after this race. Taking up pole position, number 58, this time looks by Dan Campbell. Right, I gather we might have our feed back on around the world. So those of you watching around the world, sorry for the lack of feed for, I don't know how long, the last half hour or so. We are back online. We still have 50 grid up, so we still great. Right, we're back on the 2-minute board, so we're back underway again. Here we go, we're on the flag and we're away. It's 52 Conrad Bill that's off to a good start, followed by 41 Lee Willows, then 1-1-2 Hannah Deacon into third, being challenged by Will Barnes 77. And a bit of bumping as they went round the turn to drop onto the water. So out of the lake first is Conrad Bill 52, followed by Lee Willows 41, third is 112 Hannah Deacon, then 77 Will Barnes, then 106 Sarah Gill, then side by side is 95 Darren Clark and 74 Glenn Smith. Oh, Glenn Smith, 74, with his hand up, returning back to the paddock. That means number 80, John Wiggin, moves through with Doug Lindburn behind, then James Lindburn, and then Dominic Bowen, 94. Well, as the craft round that buoy, so we'll head towards the land of water, getting very choppy there, and number 80 John Wiggin has put his hand up and spun out. .106 Sarah Gill moves up past Hannah Deacon 112, so Sarah Gill 106 now up in the third. Hannah Deacon 112 in fourth, and she's going to be challenged fairly shortly by the looks of it. Fraser George there, number 77. The leader goes through. The bit of a lead now, it's 52 Conrad Bill with second spot Lee. Well, I was just going through now, 41. Third coming across the line is 106 Sarah Gill. Fourth 112 Hannah Deacon. Fifth is now 77 Will Barnes, and then 95 Darren Clark. Then we got Doug Lindburn 63. Then James Lindburn 62, then 94 Dominic Bowen seems to be really struggling. He's going to be passed fairly shortly by the leader, number 52 Conrad Bill. Oh, 95 Darren Clark spinning out at that turn by the buoy. I think the water's getting very choppy down there for some reason, and catching a few of the drivers out. And 95 Darren Clark at the moment is, well, he's got power, but he's not coming back into the race for some reason. He's still manoeuvring very slowly on the water and collecting some of that green slime by the looks of it. So Conrad Bill just jumping onto the water now, 52 with a, well, a modest lead. Lee Willows 41 still there in second spot. And third just gone through the line is 106 Sarah Gill. Fourth going through the line is 77 Will Barnes. Then 112 Hannah Deacon. Then we've got Doug Lindburn 63 coming through. Darren Clark still moving very slow on the water there. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. 52 Conrad Bill goes through. That's the gap to second spot, Lee Willars. They're staying about the same, not a great deal. They've got a free run at the moment. Dominic Bowen, 94 with his hand up. Oh, just catches Will Barnes there, number 77. So Dominic Bowen, 94 with his hand up and returning back to the paddock. And 95 Darren Clark pulled up on the bank on the far side there. So his race is definitely run now. And the wind really whipping up across the lake now. Looks like that caught, yeah, it did catch Sarah Gill out, 106. Quick spin there before the turn at the buoy. Oh dear, Conrad Bill, the leader, now looking behind, and I think that was to actually look at his own craft, so I'm not sure whether there's an issue there. Lee Willars, 41, still in that second spot, still within striking distance. Bit of a gap from second to third. Third is currently 106, Sarah Gill. And then a bit of a gap to 77, Will Barnes. The last lap board is now up. Oh, and again Conrad Bill's looking behind. It looks as though there may be an issue there with 1 lap to go. Lee Willars is definitely within striking distance. So if Conrad Bill has an issue on this last lap, it could all change. And the Formula 35's industrial 4-stroke engines, air-cooled, with a maximum of 35 horsepower total of all the engines on board. Pole sitter for the Formula 3's, 176 Ian Finch. Second spot is David Otter, 171. Third spot is Darren Stevens, 158. Fourth is 149 Nigel Walton, and completing that front row is 142 Phil Hall. Second row is 133 Nils Atkins. That's the Formula 3s. On to the Formula 35s. We got pole sitter is Philip Tassel, 202. Second spot is 201 Zoe Deacon, and then third spot is Rachel Gifford, 206. Well, it looks like we're waiting for the number 95 craft there, number Darren Clark, beached the craft on the far side. Well, just another plug for the bar, I think, whilst we're waiting for number 95 there to be recovered. The bar is still open, so if anybody's finished racing, or even if you're not racing, the bar is still open. So please feel free to indulge and support the local pub. We'll just give a plug for what's happening this evening. For those of you that may not have been at the driver's briefing this morning, there is going to be around the UK, well, happening over this 24-hour period, the Cancer Research Relay for Life. We're going to do our own thing here tonight, and so if you want to I think purchase a bag with the candle in it for the sort of ceremony we're having at I believe it's 9 o'clock, 9:30. Then if you go over to the Meerkat tent, if there's somebody that you know or been affected by cancer, then you may feel that you want to get involved in that. So Meerkat tent, after the racing, go and see them in there, they'll get you organised. They've got the bags with the candles which you can decorate. Right, okay, the Formula 3 and Formula 35s are now fired up, so we're just under 2 minutes away from the start. Here we go. 1 minute away from the start. 12 laps. So Formula 3s will go off first, followed by the Formula 35s a few seconds later. Here we go, we're on the flag and we're away. And David Otter's got off to a good flying start, 171. But got to drop onto the water first. It is 142 Phil Hall, not Nils Atkins. 142 Phil Hall moves up into the lead already. Followed by 171. Oh no, Phil Hall, he's got caught out there. The wind has picked up and, well, he turned to the buoy. The craft stopped. He didn't. He's out into the water, but he's back in again. The race continues. So Phil Hall, the 142, the early leader, had gone for a swim. So that leaves now David Otter, 171, the leader. 176 Ian Finch in second spot. Third is now 158 Darren Stevens, then 133 Nils Atkins, 149 Nigel Walton, and the lead F35 comes through 202 Philip Tassel, followed by 201 Zoe Deacon, then 206 Rachel Gifford. Well, it doesn't look as though Phil Hall's going to get that engine fired up. That was pretty spectacular. He went up the lake, the wind caught him, and the craft stopped. He didn't. Oh dear. And the craft, well, it's floating, but Phil's decided to get out. So the leader still 171 David Otter, followed by 176 Ian Finch, who's not that far behind. Third is now a battle between 158 Darren Stevens and 133 Nils Atkins. Nils looks as though he's moved up into third spot now. After Darren Stevens, 158 is Nigel Walton, 149. Then the lead, Formula 35, 202 Phil Tatzel, 201 Zoe Deacon, then 206 Rachel Gifford. Wind. So David Otter goes through. He's got skirt damage on that rear left corner, 2 or 3 segments popped, but Ian Finch has also got 1 or 2 popped on that left hand side. Third coming through now is 133 Nils Atkins, and he's lost one of his numbers. Fourth 158 Darren Stevens, fifth 149 Nigel Walton. For the F35s, 202 Philip Tassel still leading. Oh, yes, Philip Tassel still leading, then 201 Zoe Deacon in second, and third still Rachel Gifford, 206. Phil Hall, 142, the craft still floating out there with the driver in the water, but he's now off the racing line. Well, 171 with Ian Finch, 176 still in second spot and still within striking distance, both of them with skirt damage. Oh, I was just about to say some way back, but coming through is what Nils Atkins 133, but his fan's gone. The fan has blown, so he's out of the race. So third is now 158 Darren Stevens. Fourth is 149 Nigel Walton. That's the Formula 3s. Formula 35s, Philip Tassel 202, still with a small lead over Zoe Dick in 201, then a bit of a gap to 206, Rachel Gifford in third spot there. Oh, and we've gone red, so the race has been stopped, and well, I suspect that's for Phil Hall 142, and I'll just double check the number of laps, but I suspect that race may be finished. Race now over, so no rerun for the threes and we're now coming into the Formula Ones. So Formula One's starting to form up now. Unlimited capacity. In the region of 180, 200 horsepower for thrust, plus a lift engine. Already on the grid, he's number 6, Simon Rahman. I can see number 1, Dan Turnbull, moving in the paddock there. Number 7, Darren Wallace, didn't have a good first race, dropped out with a fault on the thrust engine. It appears that he may have overcome that issue. It's one of those tricky ones. It appears to be electrical, and hopefully he's got on top of that. So, taking up the pole position, number 1, Dan Turnbull. Number 7, Darren Wallace coming, and we should still have one more craft coming out. That's Keith Rhodes, number 5. in fact it's number 5, Keith Rose, that drops into 3rd spot, and Darren Wallace goes into 4th. Well, it looks like we've finally got Phil Hall's car back to the bank. I think we've just got to recover that now, and then we can go on to the 2-minute wall. So shouldn't be too long now before we get this race underway. And there we go, 2 minutes. 2 minutes away from the start. Right, so we're now on the 1 minute board. 1 minute away from the start now. Here we go, we're on the flag. Dan Turnbull, number 1, off first, but very close in behind is number 7, Darren Wallace. Then third is number 5, Keith Rhodes. And number 6, Simon Larman, still on the line, on the grid, trying to start that lift engine, which doesn't want to play ball. So just 3 runners at the moment. Oh, Darren Wallace getting that turn completely wrong. The wind catching him, I think. They had to slew the craft slightly sideways before that turn. And Darren got it completely wrong and has lost the lost that all-important ground on the leader, number 1, Dan. That turn before the boy. The wind is obviously catching the craft. And they're having to make a slightly different approach now. Two laps gone. Well, number 6, Simon Larman, unfortunately going back on the trailer. So a non-finish for Simon. Keith Rhodes, number 5, in 3rd spot, but I think he's going to get caught fairly shortly by the leader, Dan Turnbull, number 1. To head down into the dip and make the turn to drop onto the water. Keith Rhodes, number 5, still in that 3rd spot, but he's now a lap down on the leader. Oh, Darren Wallace, number 7, still pushing quite hard, but he's dropping back and losing ground on the leader. So he moves up past Keith Rhodes, number 5. So Keith Rhodes, number 5, the only craft on his own lap. The other 2 a lap up now on him. Well, third spot, Keith Rhodes, number 5, now goes 2 laps down on the leader. Number 1, Dan Turnbull, sweeping past him. So last lap board goes out, 1 lap to go now. The leader's already gone through, that is number 1, Dan Turnbull. Second is still 7, Darren Wallace, and third is 5, Keith Rhodes. So here we go. Dan Turnbull takes the win. Number 1. And coming through in second spot is number 7, Darren Wallace. And coming through in third, number 5, Keith Rhodes. Right, our next group is up, Formula 2. Don't forget the bar is still open. So if you fancy a drink, if you finish racing, or even if you're not racing, the bar is still open.
Sorry. You keep saying it's still open. How long is it open for? That's what we want.
I'm going to go and find out. Apparently we're doing the raffle there at 8:30, so it'll be open for a while.
So it'll still be open then? Will we be finished racing by then?
That's a very good question. I've just been informed that the raffle that's been going on for club members will take place at the bar at 8:30. So the raffle will take place at the bar at 8:30. There are still tickets available, and the lovely Jackie will be coming round later. I nearly got the name wrong. Lovely Jackie will be coming around the paddock, I think, selling what tickets she's got left later. Or come and find her at the Pink Pig in the camping area. Right, looks like we've gone on to the 2-minute board. We've got the pole sitter at the paddock exit. Number 50, Tony Goldney. 1 minute away from the start now. Second spot is 68, Justin Baines. Third spot is 79, George Barnes. Then we got Chris Moore, 45. That completes the front row. Then second row, we've got 32, Dave Palfrey. 100, John Scriven. And then 69, Steve Milligan. So 7 craft in this race. And the flag is up and we're away. And Tony Goldney comes out as a late starter. Number 50. First up the water is number 68, Justin Baines, followed by 32, Dave Palfrey, then George Barnes, 79, then Chris Moore, 45, 100, John Scriven, and then 50, Tony Goldney, and then 69, Steve Milligan. So as they come across the line, it is still Justin Baines, 68, the leader, followed by 32, Dave Palfrey, George Barnes, 79, 50, Tony Goldney now, 45, Chris Moore, 100, John Scriven. And then picking up the rear is Steve Milligan, number 69. Oh no, we've lost John Scriven. Just coming up the water straight, suddenly the engine died by the looks of it, so John Scriven stopped on the water straight. Right, so the leader is still Justin Baines, 68, he's turning the ball at the moment. Second spot is Tony Goldney, number 50, and John Scriven on the way again. So Tony Goldney, number 50, up in second. Third, I believe now, is Chris Moore, 45. Or is it? No, hang on a minute. I'm going to have to double check on that. Right, so it's Chris Moore, 45 up in the third. Then George Barnes, 79. So Justin Baines, 68, still leading. Tony Goldney trying to catch him in that number 50 craft. Third, I believe, is still Chris Moore, 45. George Barnes, 79, goes a lap down on the leader now. Tony Goldney, number 50, coming through the line in second. He's closing that gap, I think, to the leader. Right, And a pop of the bang from that big 4-stroke. He's closing down on the leader. Tony Goldie, number 50, is closing that gap down now to the leader. Number 68, Justin Baines. Justin working his way through the traffic now to try and open up that gap again. Oh, there's contact between 68, Justin Baines, and 69, Steve Milligan. Steve Milligan ploughed it just in front of Justin, but they both got away with it by the looks of it. But that has allowed now Tony Goldie, number 50, to close that gap down even more. Here we go, the drop on the water. They've gone down through the dip, the drop onto the water. Justin Baines, 68, still holding on to that first spot, but it's going to be, I think, a matter of time. There's still more laps to go. And Tony Goldie looking alongside as they went round the marker buoy. Chris Moore is in front. I think he's still in third spot, but he's going to get caught up in that battle for the lead. So as Chris Moore comes through the line in third spot, Justin Baines, 68, just sneaks through on the inside, as does Tony Goldie, number 50. Tony Goldie sneaks through on the side of Justin Baines. No, side by side as they come off the land onto the water, and they're still side by side. Justin Baines not giving it up easily. Tony Goldie's really going to have to fight for that lead. And Justin Baines, 68, holds on to that lead by a whisker. No, it's gone round the marker buoy. Tony Goldie has moved up in the first spot and taken that second spot away from Justin Baines, number 68. I think third is still Chris Moore for the lap down. Steve Milligan now out, number 69. So the last lap board is now out. The leader goes through. It's still Tony Goldie, number 50. Justin Baines, 68 in second. And I believe it's still Chris Moore, 45 in third. And the leader and winner of the race, number 50, Tony Goldie, takes the checkered flag. Coming through in second is Justin Baines, number 68. And I'm just going to look to confirm that, but I believe it is Chris Moore, 45 in third. So Chris Moore did take third. I think it was then George Barnes, 79, and then John Scriven, 100. Well, I was about to say the juniors are up on the grid and ready to go, but they've now been called back into the paddock, so it looks as though our racing is over for the day. The marshals appear to be coming back, so it looks as though there'll be some races carried over to the morning. For those of you on the internet that may still be watching, we finally got to the end of the day with our racing, but unfortunately we've got to carry over some races for tomorrow. We apologise for any loss of service during the day. We've had a few issues here, shall we say. So tomorrow we come back. Novice practice will start at 9:30, but because we've got some races to carry over from today, there's two races. The first race scheduled will be 11:30. I suspect as per programme, but it will probably be the junior race and open race held over from today. So this is me, Barry Oakley, signing off from today, and I will catch you again tomorrow. How's your day?